Also, Real Madrid, speaking of going young, they let Karim Benzema go. He's gonna get 400 million a year. It's about 400 million a year at Al-Ittihad. He was supposed to be playing with Leo Messi, but I guess Messi chose otherwise to enter Miami. Benzema signed a 2-year deal, if I remember correctly, 2 or 3 year deal, 400 million. I think it was 2-year deal really, 400 million. After winning the Ballon d'Or last season, was this the best move for Benzema? I personally think it is the best move. Now, some people would suggest that he could have went back to Olympique Lyonnais. A lot of players do that after they kind of close to retirement, go back to their first team, the team that put them on, which was Olympique Lyonnais. But I really don't think it was in Olympique Lyonnais' best interest to bring a player like Karim Benzema. Now, Benzema was good last season when he won the Ballon d'Or, but even this season, unless you're a super Benzema fan or Real Madrid guy, you're gonna think he was great this season. He really wasn't. You can see the decline. I can see the decline, and like right in front of my eye. Hey, he kind of knew next season would have been the one season too much, if I'm gonna be honest. This season we kind of saw it. Vini Jr. was carried that club. I say that since the beginning of the season. Vini Jr. is the best player. Now Benzema was the leader, but I thought Vini Jr. was the best player, and Benzema was kind of starting to decline. So him moving to Saudi Arabia. Now, could he have came here to the MLS? Probably not. Here's why I think he would have made a wrong choice coming to the MLS. Personally, I don't think he's fit enough to play in the MLS. I keep telling my Real Madrid people, since the World Cup, that story that he had with Didier Deschamps, that he was injured, but he said he wasn't really injured and he knows his body. Truth is, I think he's kind of physically compromised, and he kind of knows it. Now, this year, he was kind of a little on a decline. Now, he's never going to come out there and say that because, of course, you just be about to sign a 400 mil a year contract. You don't want anyone to know that you feel like you're not as good as you were anymore. But I just think that move to Saudi Arabia, yes, that's huge money. But I just think something in his head tells him he's not capable to do it anymore on a high level. And that's why I think that's my 2 cents. He kind of had to go. Also, the money, you can't really say no to unless you're Leo Messi, which he said no to, 500 million a year. So yeah, Real Madrid, who's coming in to replace Karim Benzema? Now, Real Madrid has done a great job replacing the midfield, replacing Kroos, Modric before they even leave the team. I'm surprised they're not doing it with the striker position. I thought Benzema would have already his replacement learning the ropes with Benzema at his side. They should have got a number 9 2 years ago, like a young number 9, about 2 years ago to kind of learn a little bit and then take over now. The same way they're doing with the midfield. I mean, they did it a little bit with the defense. They did it with them. They're doing it with the midfield for sure. They have four players younger than 24, but the striker they haven't. Now I don't know I don't know why they didn't do it, but I think it would have been a great idea to do the same thing. Now they did get the young Brazilian, but he's not ready yet. So I just think who they're gonna bring in. I heard Harry Kane. Now Harry Kane is 29, so if they bring Harry Kane, he's not gonna be there for the long haul. He's just gonna be there maybe 2 or 3 seasons, and then that will be it. So Harry Kane is not a long-term solution like Bellingham is, or like Camavinga, Tchouaméni, or Fede Valverde, or Vini Jr., and even Rodrigo. Those are young players. So bringing your 29-year-old who's going to be 30 next year, that's not long-term vision for Real Madrid. So we're going to see how Real Madrid replaces Benzema. Is Harry Kane going to be keen on going to Madrid, or is he going to want to stay in England, to break Alan Shearer's record in the Premier League, or even, top and be for best all-time scorer, or does he want to stay in England? I mean, does he have to go to Spain? Does he have what it takes to play for Real Madrid? I know people compare his style to Benzema a little bit, like he can drop back as a number 9, number 9.5, 10-ish. But I don't think, does he think he has what it takes to play for Real Madrid, where if you don't win the Champions League, it's a failure? Harry Kane has been playing his whole career, not worrying about winning the title and just being great. So we're going to see how that unfold. Also, we had another one, Golo Kanté, is not going to go unnoticed. He's going to join Karim Benzema, his buddy, and he's signed for 3 years, 100 million a year salary. So that's 300 million from Golo Kanté. That's a good deal from Golo Kanté. I mean, Kanté was injured pretty much the whole season last year and some this season too. So does he still have what it takes? I think he still does. I kind of saw him this year when he came back. He still has the heart. He's still running around, but I don't think he was fully fit yet. But He's going to Saudi Arabia. He's going to play with Benzema on the same team. That kind of good news for Benzema. If Benzema is not going to defend anyways, but if you have N'Golo Kanté and if he can still produce what he used to produce on the field, that's pretty much great news for Al Hilal, who's going to compete for the title next season. So yeah, that's it for the big transfer market for now that I'm gonna react of. Like I say, Messi is gone, leaving Paris to enter Miami. Jude Bellingham leaving Borussia Dortmund to Real Madrid. Karim Benzema leaving Real Madrid to Al Hilal. Also, N'Golo Kanté is joining Benzema Al Hilal for a $100 million deal, salary every year. So yeah, what say you? Do you think it was the best move for Benzema, or do you think Benzema should have tried to stay in Europe? But for what though? Pretty sure he's not gonna. Since Deschamps is still the coach anyway, he's not gonna play in the Euro next year in Germany. Maybe if his buddy Zidane was the coach, national team, maybe he would have stayed in Europe and played the Euros with France. But he's not gonna. France don't need him with Deschamps being the coach. So could that have been a reason why he also left Europe altogether? But yeah, do you think it was a good move for Karim Benzema to go to Saudi Arabia and N'Golo Kanté and Jude Bellingham? Did he make the right choice, picking Real Madrid over Man City or Liverpool? Yeah, let me know in the comment below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.